Welcome back to SuperBrain. I'm your host Roberstein McFingelboop, the celebrity scholar, and today's quiz is on famous people. Questions are worth 1 point each, but Supermind questions are worth 3 points. Leave a like, comment your score, and subscribe if you haven't already to support our daily games and quizzes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Who is the founder of Microsoft Corporation? Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. Who wrote the novel Great Expectations? Charles Dickens, William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Ernest Hemingway. Which artist painted the Mona Lisa? Michelangelo, Vincent van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, Pablo Picasso. What is the name of the scientist who proposed the theory of relativity? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin, Nicholas Copernicus. Who is known as the father of the computer? Charles Babbage, Alan Turing, John von Neumann, Bill Gates. Who is known for the theory of special and general relativity? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Niels Bohr. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Oscar Wilde, William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens. Who is known for the theory of relativity? Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Charles Dickens, William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Mark Twain. What physicist is famous for his theory of relativity? Isaac Newton, Niels Bohr, Galileo Galilei, Albert Einstein. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Bessie Coleman, Harriet Quimby, Amelia Earhart, Valentina Tereshkova. Who was the first president of the United States? Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, John Adams. Who is credited with inventing the first practical telephone? Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, Guglielmo Marconi. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, Yuri Gagarin. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Bessie Coleman, Sally Ride, Amelia Earhart, Harriet Quimby. Who is credited with inventing the first practical incandescent light bulb? Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Humphrey Davy. Which iconic civil rights activist is known for her refusal to give up her seat on a segregated bus? Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Coretta Scott King. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Valentina Tereshkova, Sally Ride, Amelia Earhart, Harriet Quimby. Which leader is known for his role in the civil rights movement? Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr. Which of these artists painted the Mona Lisa? Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh. Who delivered the famous "I Have a Dream" speech? Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Martin Luther King Jr. Which world leader is known for leading India to independence? Nelson Mandela, Winston Churchill, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Christopher Marlowe, William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens. What was the profession of Neil Armstrong before he became an astronaut? Navy fighter pilot, test pilot, professor, engineer. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo. Who composed the famous four-note opening to the Symphony No. 5? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Johann Sebastian Bach, Ludwig van Beethoven, Franz Schubert. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Charles Dickens, William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Mark Twain. Did you know that before becoming famous, Elvis Presley was a truck driver and Madonna worked at a Dunkin' Donuts? Well, now you know. Who is known as the father of modern physics? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Galileo Galilei, Stephen Hawking. Which famous person was known as the king of rock and roll? Elton John, Elvis Presley, Freddie Mercury, Bob Dylan. Who was known as the Iron Lady of British politics? Queen Elizabeth II, Margaret Thatcher, Diana, Princess of Wales, Theresa May. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins. Who is known for the theory of relativity? Isaac Newton, Stephen Hawking, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? Buzz Aldrin, Yuri Gagarin, John Glenn, Neil Armstrong. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, Claude Monet. Which famous leader is known for his nonviolent resistance to British rule in India? Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Dalai Lama. Nice job, contestants. Thanks for playing SuperBrain. Don't forget to support us by liking this vid and leaving your score in the comments. Here are some other fun episodes for you to try out next. I'll see you there.